man, sorry for that. I did not mean for that to happen. Had to restart my live stream, so, and like I said, I know it's probably weird that you're seeing me on a Tuesday and on my regular day, which is Saturday, but it is what it is. Oh, whoops, I should. Come on. What? No. Oh, okay. I was wondering if I would have to share my live stream out again because I had to restart it. But hopefully I don't have to. Hopefully I can still have people come in. Well, the one person that just liked, thanks. I appreciate it. And if that is you, Austin, then thank you. But whoever it is, I thank you, whoever decided to hit that like button. Like I've said before, if you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I do appreciate it. And let's just get on with it. This is Wrestling, the Wrestling Week in Review, and this is going to be for last week. I didn't get to go live on Saturday because obviously weather was terrible last week. We got snow aplenty, and I'm guessing it forced the library to cancel to close. Hey, thanks, Aaron, for coming. Can you share this live stream out to as many people as you can if you want to? I am trying to get this at least to 5 likes, maybe 10. You are obviously, I'm going to be talking about last week's week, the stuff that happened last week. This week's stuff will still happen on the regular Saturday, like normal. So this was just a minor bump because I couldn't go live on Saturday, and then thanks. So I'm just gonna get into the show because I want to get this live stream over with within at least an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes tops. First up was Monday Night Raw. Now, hey Nate. I'm glad you're here. You guys want to, if any of you guys that are just now coming in want to hit that like button, it is free to do so. You don't have to. It's obviously not required, but I do appreciate it. I say that every time, but I feel like I always have to continue to say because I feel like I do appreciate the likes, even though I don't need them. So, oh, just a, oh, that's good. That's good. Actually, guys, yesterday I went out with my dad. We went to a couple places, and I found this, at a Big Lots, obviously, because they'll have the Big Lots sticker. But I found this. Best of Raw and SmackDown 2012 3-disc set. I found this. I can't wait to watch it. I'll probably watch some of it tonight. After I get home, I'll probably watch some of it when I get home, as soon as I get home, when I get myself situated. But hey, I'm excited. I've never seen it before. They also had one. The place that I found this at also had a Best of Raw and SmackDown 2014, but it was at least $3 more. But it was like $3 more, so I was like, I don't know if I want to pay, even though it was like 15% off, because unfortunately, and I just don't know why, but with the economy, the way that it is, I'm not surprised at all, though. I'm surprised, but I'm not. Big Lots is closing, at least in Virginia. From what I remember hearing, Virginia is closing all of its Big Lots. I don't know if that's happening with every Big Lots in every state, but at least in Virginia, all Big Lots are closing. So, hey, it's okay. But enough of that. Now let's get on to the show. Monday Night Raw last week. As I said, I'm going to be talking about the stuff that happened last week, obviously because this week has only just started. So I would only be able to talk to you about Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll just deal with the stuff that happened last week. The Raw debut on Netflix, NXT New Year's Evil, AW Dynamite, and SmackDown. Monday Night Raw started, obviously, with a video package from Triple H. I mean, he is the reason why WWE, one of the reasons why WWE is on Netflix, and not one of the persons that you. It was okay. I heard that Penta finally debuted, which is great, and I heard that he had a great match. But then I also heard that he might have gotten a little backstage heat already, simply because he went just a slight overtime on, I guess his promo may have lasted just a bit over what it was supposed to be, so he might have. Penta El Zero Miedo, one half of the Lucha Brothers from AEW. He was in AEW for pretty much since the beginning. And then Penta El Zero Miedo, he's from AEW, Nate. He's from AEW. One of the few, from what I can understand, I think he's like the second homegrown AEW talent to go over to come over from AEW. Well, he's from AEW. If you go to YouTube, type in Penta AEW, you'll probably find there's a whole slew of videos of matches involving him and his brother Ray Phoenix, who is still. Okay, Nate, you know what AEW is. Yeah, I highly doubt that you know what AEW is, that you don't know what AEW is. But yeah, he had a great AEW. Okay, now I know you have to be joking around with me, because who doesn't know what AEW is? Because AEW's been around for 6 years. Well, it'll be 6 years this year. Well, if you're not joking, then you must really be living under a rock, because everybody knows what AEW is. For you to be the only person that doesn't know what AEW is, you have to be living under a rock. Figuratively, obviously, not literally, but still. Okay, hey, if you haven't seen his match on Monday night, that's last night, then obviously you should go re-watch it if you can. I haven't actually watched it, but I'm going to watch the match, because I have a YouTube channel I'm subscribed to, WWE Matches, that uploads all matches and segments from Raw, NXT, and SmackDown for every week. Every week they upload all the full matches and segments for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, so I get to watch them that way if I don't get to watch them on TV. Because right now the only show I can watch on TV is NXT, which I'll be watching tonight. But last week, Raw opened up with The Rock. The Rock is back. But, and I seriously hope that Rock is not turning face. Because what The Rock did on Monday Night Raw, yeah, what does AEW stand for? All Elite Wrestling. The Rock seemingly turned babyface on this episode of Monday Night Raw on the Raw debut, because he talked about Cody Rhodes, but it wasn't like you would have expected. You would have expected him to talk about Cody Rhodes and would have done it in a heel way, but he seemed to basically put over Cody Rhodes as like, hey, you've been a great champion. You've been a great champion. Okay, Nate, just stop, okay? Just stop. You know who Cody Rhodes is, okay? Don't tell me that you don't know who Cody Rhodes is. You go to Matt's live streams every day. Yes, you are, because you can't be the one person who doesn't know any of what I'm talking about, because you've come onto my live streams every single time. You go onto my live streams every single time I go live on Saturdays. Yeah, I know. If you're not going to take this seriously, Nate, then just leave, okay? Please. Please take this seriously. I know you know. Don't, just stop. I'm glad that you're here, but if you're not going to take this seriously, then I don't know. No, you're not. You're not taking this seriously. The Rock open, yeah. I seriously hope that The Rock is just swerving us. But yeah, I seriously do hope that The Rock is swerving us, because I don't know if I ever want to see babyface Rock ever again. With the heel Rock final boss we got last year going into WrestleMania 41, oh, yeah, finally we get it out. Finally, a word that I've heard somebody else say a number of times on their channel. As if I had to know. But yeah. Yeah, and I'm not that, Nate, so you can just get that out of your head immediately. And I'm sure I know who. Yeah, you let your anger out, but I accept your apology. Now, please try to be serious about this. And look, telling me that you don't know who certain wrestlers are, I know you have to know, because there's no way you couldn't know who Cody Rhodes is, because he's the undisputed WWE champion. Okay, if you want to believe it, then that's your problem, not mine. Yes, then after talking about Cody Rhodes and whatnot, well, he was in AEW, but then in 2022, he left AEW and then came back to WWE for the first time since 2016. 2016, he left WWE following creative differences involving him and Vince McMahon. Obviously, he left. He co-founded AEW alongside guys like the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and stuff like that. Yeah, look at that. Moxley's subtle influence on Nate. Yeah. After he talked about Cody Rhodes, Rock then hyped up the Roman versus Solo Sikoa. I doubt it. Yeah, autocorrect. Yeah, right. Yeah, autocorrect. Hyped up these Roman versus Solo tribal combat match for the right to become the undisputed tribal chief. Now, about maybe like a month or so ago, there was even talk of introducing a undisputed tribal chief combat match. Oh yeah, facts. But if he's talking about, yeah, but if you're, yeah, well, if you're talking about, if you're talking about what he's been saying about me, then, oh, well, actually, I can tell you for a fact that those aren't facts at all. Just nothing but lies. Oh yeah, it's free speech, and everybody has the freedom of speech. But when they're talking nothing but garbage lies about me, then I have a problem with it. Then we get the tribal combat match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. This was a long one. There were only 4 matches. There were only 4 matches on this Monday Night Raw card, so obviously all of the matches lasted at least a good amount of time. This match lasted about 20 minutes, but I don't think I would ever be able to tell you the exact number. Oh, come on. No, Nate. I'm just going to tell you this right now to avoid any confusion. Vince McMahon is never going to return to WWE. Okay? TKO will not allow it. Certain people are just upset that Vince McMahon is out of WWE. Okay, Triple H has done great since taking over creative. Okay, certain people may not want to see it that way because they just have been fans or fanboys of Vince McMahon since their entire lives. Oh, okay. Yeah, did Moxley tell you to say that? Because that's definitely something Moxley would have said. And I actually know for a fact that Moxley has said that, so. Nice try. Well, I'm sorry, Nate, but I have heard Moxley say that. Those exact words, every single word for word. So, yeah. Tell me that Moxley didn't tell you to say that. Didn't tell you to come on here to say that. I'm not going to time you out or anything, Nate. I'm glad you're here, but don't tell me that Mox didn't tell you to say that. Because I know Mox. He still can't keep his name out of my mouth, no matter how many times he says, I'm done thinking about him. Yeah, he is not done. I don't know. He's banned from my channel. I don't need that toxicity on. I don't need that kind of toxicity on my live streams. That's why he's blocked and banned on my channel. Has been for at least a couple years. Yes. But yeah, on with the show. No, I'm not going to unblock him. I'm not, because there's no way anyone, and I'm the only one that can, so he's banned forever. But that hasn't stopped him from using his little troll accounts to come into my live streams and talk his trash. But then again, I block them every single time they come in, so. But yeah, back with the show, Roman and Solo versus Solo Sikoa. This match, it lasted over 20 minutes. Great match. Obviously, Roman won the match and became the Undisputed Tribal Chief, which is obviously what I knew was going to happen to begin. Even before Monday Night Raw even started, I knew that Roman was going to win this match. Then we have a match with Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. This match lasted about 13 minutes. Still a decent amount of time for a match on Monday night on regular WWE television. This match lasted. Oh, well, great. Could you tell me which video it was? Is that way I could, because I don't have access to that account. I don't really have access to that account anymore. Although I do still occasionally go on it. Oh, okay, well. Oh, great, yeah, how convenient. How convenient, seeing as how apparently Mox decided to leave something on his community tab regarding that exact same video. Interesting. Drew McIntyre won this match via the Claymore. It was a decent match between Drew and Jay, and I didn't think Jay was winning in the least. Then we get the Judgment Day backstage. Liv Morgan was getting ready. Well, that's his priority. I no longer have a problem with Trump. And to be honest, I'm actually now more optimistic about Trump being in office than I was 4 years ago. Who knows, maybe Trump might actually be the guy to fix our problem, or at least our economic problems. But yeah, I don't have a problem with that anymore. I'm not lying, okay, Nate? I'm not lying, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I actually do not have a problem anymore with Trump. If he can somehow fix this economy, that's good for him. But in a sense, well, because so far, after a while, I just stopped making excuses for Biden. I thought, well, at least Biden's better than Trump. At least Biden didn't try to usurp our democracy on January 6th. I thought, that would have given anybody any reason to hate Trump because of what happened on January 6th. But hey, yeah, I know, I never lie. I've never lied. Well, I've lied maybe before as a kid, but then who didn't lie as a kid? But I have not lied in a very, very long time. Nothing you say, Nate, is going to get me to time you out. You're a mod on my channel, and that's not changing. But yeah, Liv Morgan was getting ready for her match with Rhea Ripley. Then we get the match with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. This match was for the Women's Championship. Originally, I heard that the match was advertised as Last Woman Standing, but then they just decided to take that stipulation out of the match and just made it a normal match. Obviously, this match had the usual trickery that Judgment Day is known for. Dominic grabbed a chair and put it into the ring as Raquel was distracting the referee. This led Liv to do an Oblivion, to hit Oblivion on the steel chair. That did not lead to the win. That led to a 2 count by the referee. And yeah, that's how Liv retained the title at SummerSlam. That's how Liv retained the title at SummerSlam, the exact same way. And that's how Liv won the title at King of the Ring tournament, King and Queen of the Ring. And so the fact that it didn't secure the victory this time around, Liv Morgan was absolutely pissed. She was like, no, that should have been it. And Rhea won basically using 2 riptides. That's it. Actually, every match, every winner in this match, in these matches on Raw's debut, used their finisher twice to finish off an opponent. I can understand why Roman wanted to hit Solo with 2 spears, basically to make sure he didn't get up for the 3 count. But then again, I've seen Roman Reigns win matches with just 1 spear. Sometimes I've seen him have to go to 2 spears because the person he was facing kicked out of the first attempt. But yeah, this was it. It was nice. After this, we got a backstage segment involving Chad Gable. He and the rest of American Made were talking with Adam Pearce, and he wanted to make sure that Adam Pearce set up a match for him on the following week's Raw, which was last night, with a quote unquote top luchador, the best luchador in the world. Find me the best luchador in the world, he said, and make a match for next week. That's what we did, and obviously that's what we got, but I'll talk about that on Saturday, this coming Saturday, when I go live at my usual time. Then we get John Cena. John Cena is at Monday Night Raw. I almost expected Logan Paul to come out and interrupt things, because it has been rumored for a while now that John Cena and Logan Paul might have a match somewhere. I don't know when. If it's gonna happen, I don't know when, but it looks like it should happen. The question is, when is it gonna happen? He talked about his retirement tour, talked about the fact that number 17, that lucky number 17 might not happen as far as a world championship is concerned. Lucky number 17 might not happen. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, Nate. Great, now you're delusional. Then he also talked about the Royal Rumble, and he has officially made it known that he wants to enter the Royal Rumble, and so he officially is in the Royal Rumble. Then after this, though, we did get a Miz little interview. Immediately after this, we got a Miz interview. Then a Miz interview after this. He was in the stands being interviewed by Kathy Kelly. He gets interrupted though by Karrion Kross, who is still manipulating him into finding the Wyatt Six. Finding the Wyatt Six. Then we get, after this, oh, shut up, Nate. I said it. I said it. Okay, I already said it. Nothing you say is going to make me time you out. So you might as well just forget about it, because it's not going to happen. If you're trying to get yourself timed out, then... Oh, no, that's just rude, because you know I don't talk to him anymore. And I know Moxley will love to tell you different, but I don't talk to him anymore. Oh, yeah, and Nate, you can say anything you want. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything either. I mean, all you can do is talk, but what exactly are you going to do? After this, though, we get, as soon as I found out about him, I just stopped talking to him, period. I just was like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy, definitely not someone I need to be friends with. I don't need to be friends with this guy, so, yeah, I decided that was just gonna just cut off all ties with him. After this John Cena's promo and the Miz interview, we got Hulk Hogan. We got Hulk Hogan. And boy, did he get booed. He got booed badly. Me too. I blocked him on everything. Messenger, obviously, I blocked him on Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, Hulk Hogan got booed badly, almost as bad as the New Day. And look, a lot of people want to speculate on why he got booed. I know Eric Bischoff wants to make it the narrative that he got booed because he was associated with Trump. Well, that he supported Trump, and I'm like, Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. No, no, no. He did not get booed because he associated with Trump and was a supporter of Trump. If that's the case, then why didn't Undertaker get booed as well? Undertaker also supported Donald Trump. He made it clear that he was supporting Donald Trump this election year. So why did Hogan get booed, but Undertaker didn't? Because both supported Trump, and so that should be instant. Well, you'd have to send that via. Well, I don't know how you. Well, I honestly do not actually know what you're talking about. So if you want, you can send me either you can send me a comment on one of my recent videos, or once this live stream's over, you can send that as a comment. Hunter, Aaron, don't click anything because it's probably just something that was from a long time ago. Oh, it definitely does. Oh, it definitely does. It definitely does. Yeah, but hey, a lot of people want to say, but hey, it is what it is. Hogan didn't get booed because he was associated and supported Trump. Hulk Hogan got booed because he's a known racist. Okay, and he at one point admitted that he would love to body slam Kamala Harris. Yeah, tell me that he was booed because of being associated with Trump. Undertaker would have gotten the exact same reaction. I'd agree with you there. They will say anything at this point. Then we got Gunther in a promo segment. He had a video package this week. He was just basically sending a message to the Raw roster heading into WrestleMania season. Then also we got Seth Rollins versus CM Punk in the main event. This match lasted just over 20 minutes. It was a great match. CM Punk won via the GTS twice, though. If I had to, and that's how Monday Night Raw ended. Monday Night Raw was an okay show from a match perspective. Some of the matches were great. It's just that a lot of stuff happened that didn't really need to. So I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. The matches were great, were really good, but some of the stuff that really didn't need to happen, like Hulk Hogan coming back, that didn't need to happen. So, and The Rock's apparent babyface turn, like what the hell was that about? So I'm just gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. But this week's Raw was better, so I'll give you my rating for that next time I go live, obviously. Now NXT, and last week we had the NXT New Year's Evil. Not a premium live event, but a special on NXT television. Obviously, the show opened up with The Rock coming into the arena for I can't remember what place they were at in LA, but it was intimate, pretty intimate. And the opening shots were of The Rock coming in and of various superstars like Eddie Thorpe, Trick Williams, some of the competitors that would be in matches today on that show. The opening match or segment was Julia versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title. This match was a rematch from their match on the debut episode of NXT on the CW, and I honestly did not think that Julia was losing. I knew she was winning this match. Well, this match lasted about 13 minutes. When it lasted just about 13 minutes. Great match, really good match. And so And Julia wins and is now the NXT Women's Champion, the new NXT Women's Champion. I fully expect Roxanne Perez to go up to the main roster within the next, I don't know, either by the Royal Rumble. She'll definitely be in the Royal Rumble match again this year. What she does after that, I don't know. She'll probably go up to the main roster almost immediately because that's what happened with Carmelo Hayes. Well, actually, no, that's what happened with Tiffany Stratton. She was in the Royal Rumble. She was in NXT before the Royal Rumble, and then almost right after the Royal Rumble, she came up to the main roster. But hey, she should be a great NXT Women's Champion. I have great hopes for her. Yeah. Then after this match, we go backstage where Eddie Thorpe, not surprising, is lying on the steps, apparently attacked. He claims he was attacked, and Ava is like, yeah, we've already been through this. So why should I believe you this time when you clearly lied about it last time? Well, as we would later see, he wasn't actually lying this time, because this time it actually was Obafemi that attacked him. And he didn't orchestrate this plan this time around. So after that, we get into the ring and we get a fatal 4-way match. This is a number one contenders match to determine the number one contenders match for Fallon Henley's NXT Women's North American Championship. Stephanie Vaquer versus Cora Jade versus Lola Vice versus Kelani Jordan. I'm pretty sure Stephanie won this match, although I can't remember exactly. I knew it was either going to be Stephanie or Lola because Kelani has already gotten a rematch for the title, and Cora, a heel fighting a heel just doesn't seem right. So I knew it was either going to be Stephanie or Lola. But I think it was Stephanie who won this match. So that was great. Good for her. Went about 8 minutes. After this match, though, we did go backstage to Ava. She was talking with Unholy Union. Next week, which I'm guessing that's tonight. Tonight, we're getting a I don't think so. I don't think I'd be a good coach for the Cowboys. Unholy Union are backstage. They're talking with Ava Raine. Apparently tonight we're getting a match between the Unholy Union and the team, the Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. This match will determine number one contenders for the women's tag team titles, currently being held by Bianca and Naomi. So if you're talking about Stephanie Vaquer, it's not Monday. It's not Monday. It's Tuesday. Oh, hey, everybody. Glad that you're here. If you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. I say that to basically everybody that just comes in. Oh, you know, everybody. He's been on Matt's channel before. You know who he is. Don't act like you suddenly don't know. Now, I know you know who he is because you've been on my live streams before, the same time that he's been on. So I know you probably know who I am. Yeah, even Everboy is like, Nate, stop playing with me. Like, yeah, even he knows who you are. Even he knows who you are. Oh, Nate's being funny, and I actually like it a little. But yeah. After Ava is done talking with the Unholy Union, Obafemi comes. Obafemi. Yeah. Yeah, that's him. That's still him. It's still him. He's just changed his profile. He's changed his profile a couple of times. He changed his profile picture a couple of times. But yeah, I remember when he had a dog. When he had a dog as his. Yeah, it's a different profile because he's changed it. People can change their YouTube profile pictures. If that's a fake him, then why is he even a mod on my channel? If that's a fake him. I don't mod fake channels, Nate. I don't. Okay? Any and all fake channels / bots / trolls, they get blocked instantly. That's why I have so many Mox fake accounts that are blocked, because I've had to block every single one of them. I don't mod fake accounts. I don't. That's the real Everbless, Nate. If you want to, you can click on his name and it'll show you, and if you want, it'll show you one of the things it'll show you that you can do is go to channel, click on that, go to his channel, and you'll see that it's not a fake. After this, we go and we have Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey versus Alexis King. Now, obviously, I think it was the New Year's Eve. No, it was the Christmas Eve NXT edition of NXT, where we saw Alexis King versus Charlie Dempsey for the second time for the Heritage Cup. That match ended in disqualification, and because of that, Alexis King was supposedly awarded with the title, but Ava eventually realized that, hey, the match can end on a disqualification, but that doesn't technically mean that the title changes hands. So she awarded the championship back to Charlie Dempsey and announced that obviously for this episode of NXT, they would have a sudden death match. No select amount of time, just one fall to a finish. This match lasted about 10 minutes. Great match. And this match actually went clean and went to a clean finish. This went to a clean finish, which I didn't think was going to happen. But Alexis King won and is now undisputedly the NXT Heritage Cup champion. Congrats to him. Now that's his first official singles title in NXT, which Well, it's hard to tell with you, Nate, seeing as how you change your stance on Mox every 2 seconds. Like, first you like him, then you hate him, then you like him again, then you hate him again. Like you go through liking and hating Mox the way men go through girlfriends every few months. Every few months they have a new girlfriend. Great. Besides, I'm not dumb. Okay, I'm not dumb. And look, Nate. So you know, Mox is anything that you may or may not have heard about me from Mox lately. It's just completely false. It's just completely false. None of it's true. Everbless, don't be mean to Nate. Don't be mean to Aaron. He's just joking around, okay? He's joking around, apparently, like Nate was. But hey, I don't care. I don't mind. I was never going to time Nate out anyways. Basically consider that punishment. Yeah. After this, we then get another backstage segment. Another backstage segment with Ava. She was talking with Ethan Page. Obviously, we got a video package for Javon Evans, who his jaw is basically wired shut because of what happened with Ethan Page attacking Javon Evans. And yeah, she had a lot to say to Ethan. Then in comes The Rock. Rock introduces himself to Ethan Page. Ethan Page introduces himself to The Rock. Rock says that while he may be the final boss of WWE, Ava is the final boss in NXT. Oh, hey, Everboy. Wait. Everboy, is that you? Is that the real you? Is that the real you? Confirm, please. Confirm. Because I know you're here. Just like, I know you're here. If you could send a comment in the live chat on your actual account that's modded, just so I can tell that that's you. No, that's not you. If your real account, if the account that's modded is telling me that that's not you, then I appreciate that, and I am just gonna time him out for. Yeah, let's do it for 24 hours. No, he's not doing it again. That's obviously a fake him. If he's okay, I trust you, Everboss. If you say that's not you, then I appreciate you bringing it up. I just wanted to make sure, because you know how I was a little confused the last time that happened. I accidentally modded, I think, a fake version of you. Yeah, probably. But hey, thanks for the like. I enjoy the likes. Then we got a message from OTM. They won a fatal 4-way match on the Christmas Eve edition of NXT to earn a future NXT title shot, NXT tag title shot against NXT Nathan Frazier. Hi, whoever you are, hi. Don't know if I obviously have never seen you before in my live streams. But if you're new and if you wanted that like button, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I do appreciate it. Now, since I don't know if I know you, can you at least tell me where I might have seen you before? Because I don't think I know. I'm not sure if I know you or not. After this, we got a women's tag team match. Okay, well, do I actually know you from somewhere, from like another person's channel or whatnot? Because I know I get a lot of people come through here from other people's channels that I've connected with. So I don't know if I know you from somewhere else. I just don't know if I know you from somewhere else, and I just never. But hey, thanks for coming. If you're just new to my channel in general. Oh, so you were one of your. So my live stream was like a suggested, because I know YouTube likes to do that sometimes. Well, hey, if you're new to my channel, if you're just new to my channel, period, then wow, okay, then hey, if you want to subscribe. Hope you enjoy this live stream. And hey, leave a comment afterwards if you want to. It's never required, but I always appreciate the likes and I appreciate the views and everything, even though it's never required. Obviously, we got okay, well, thanks. I'll be looking forward to your comments after this live stream. This women's tag team match, Fatal Influence, Jacy Jayne, Jasmine Nix, and Fallon Henley versus Tatum Paxley, Gigi Dolan, and Shotzi. Match lasted about 9 minutes. The baby faces won the match. I know I'm at like 591, but I'm guessing after this guy, I'm at 592. But also, I need watch hours. I'm trying to get monetized, and I only have 350 something watch hours, and I need 3,000. How am I going to get that many? How am I going to get those watch hours? Most of my videos don't even get over 100 views, let alone 50. If I'm lucky, it'll get over 50. It'll get 50 views. I'm not popular. I don't know what I can do to get my videos more views. And I don't know if there's any way to do it that's free, meaning I don't have to pay any money and I don't have to use any weird apps to pay for anything. If there was just some way I could get my views up for free, I'd appreciate it. If there's anybody out there that can do it for free, because I can't afford anything else but free. And I know people will be like, well, I can't do something just for no money. Well, brother, you're going to have to, because I can only afford free. Babyface has won this match. Shotzi actually got the pin on Fallon Henley, which was a little surprising. Yeah, well, that's 100 views. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks, Danny, for showing up. I know you're probably thinking, like, wait, why is he going live on a Tuesday instead of Saturday? Obviously, I couldn't go live Saturday, so I decided I'm going to do it today, if I can, while I got the time to do it. But yeah, we got Shotzi pinned Fallon Henley. After this, we got a backstage segment. Obviously, Stephanie Vaquer, who won the Fatal 4-Way match earlier on the night, was talking with Ava about her NXT Women's title, NXT Women's North American title. No, Danny, he said he's new to my channel and that he found me via a suggestion. My stream was suggested. I don't know. I mean, you can check his channel to see if I mean, I'm not gonna mod you right now, but maybe yeah, you wouldn't want to know who that guy is. But I'm not gonna mod you yet because I feel like you're just new to my channel. But I'll also check your channel out a little bit. Yeah, no mods for now. I don't mod every new person that comes into my live stream, unless it's somebody that I actually know from another channel. Obviously, Stephanie was talking to Ava. Then Shotzi comes in and is like, Ava, I just pinned Fallon Henley. I think I should be getting an NXT Women's North American title shots. So Ava decided to make it official for next week, and I'm guessing tonight we'll be getting Shotzi versus Stephanie Vaquer. I'm guessing this winner will be the undisputed #1 contender for the NXT Women's North American title. I could see Stephanie winning, so that's maybe where they're going to go. Then the main event of the night. Yeah, I know I've got enough mods. Yeah. But that's just the problem. I'm only modding people that I know and I trust. Obviously, now the main event of NXT's New Year's Evil was Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe versus Oba Femi to become the NXT champion. This match was initially a one-on-one match because Eddie Thorpe was attacked earlier on in the night by Oba Femi. Eddie Thorpe eventually did get involved in this match, as this was a triple threat match with him involved in it. Oba Femi was able to win the match in about 11 minutes, and he's now the new NXT champion. I'm excited to see what he does as an NXT champion. And just like Roxanne Perez, I fully expect Trick Williams to enter the Royal Rumble this year. a surprise entrant, and then go on over to the main roster, whichever brand he decides to sign with. I don't know, Everblessed, but Mox can be pretty spiteful when it comes to people who still seem to be friends with me. If you're friends with me, you're more than likely to have some form of humiliation coming your way. Oh, he is. And he still talks about me, and still talks about me and thinks that I don't know about it. It's a wonderful thing, screenshots. Screenshots are perfect because aren't screenshots perfect for catching people in the act, doing something shady like talking smack about me continuously, even after they've said, I'm done thinking about you? Yeah, he's probably watching now. He's probably watching me now, and I've mentioned him at least 2 or 3 times already, so there's no way he's not, not thinking. But yeah, NXT New Year's Evil was a great show. Great matches. The Rock had a promo segment at the end of the show, which was actually interesting because by the time Rock was finished with his promo, the show was already starting to go off the air. So The Rock went a little overtime, but The Rock is The Rock. He's gonna do whatever he wants. And TKO's not gonna do anything about it. WWE ain't gonna do anything about it. But yeah, NXT New Year's Evil was great. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Then AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite was a somewhat decent show this week. The opening was Will Ospreay versus Buddy Matthews. Went about 10 minutes. This match was actually really good. A really good opener for the show. Will Ospreay wins. After the match, though, he made some interesting comments to Buddy Matthews in regards to him and Brody King not needing a leader anymore. Now, there have been rumors recently that Malachi Black is supposedly done with AEW and is going back to WWE. I'm guessing he'll be using his WWE name, Aleister Black, when he returns. As far as which theme he's going to use, whether he uses his old NXT theme or his AEW theme, don't think it really matters because I liked both of those themes. But we will see. We will see what happens. It does not look like he will be able to be he will be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble because it looks like he won't be a free agent until after that. So maybe a return at the Raw after WrestleMania or the SmackDown after WrestleMania. I don't know when he'll return. But it'll be special, I'm sure, because he's one of those guys that I'm sure Triple H really does like from his days when he was running NXT. But yeah. After this, we went to a commercial break. After this, we get Private Party is celebrating. The Hurt Syndicate decides to sort of break up the party and sort of interrupt the party or crash the party and the Hurtson and Bobby and MVP made it pretty clear the Hurt Syndicate is now looking at potentially taking the tag team titles from Private Party, which if that happens and if that match is made official, I honestly don't think it's any secret who's going out the winners in that match. Obviously, Hurt Syndicate would win because there's no way you're going to have Private Party beat Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. That's just never going to happen. But this eventually led to the match that Bobby Lashley was going to have later on. Minutes later, he went to the ring. He had a match against Mark Briscoe. This match lasted about 7 minutes, and it was a surprisingly good match. Mark Briscoe got some offense in, but obviously Bobby Lashley won in the end, which I knew was going to happen regardless. We go to commercial break, we come back, and it's the Casino Gauntlet match. This is the number one contenders match to determine the number one contender for Moxley's AEW World Championship at this week's AEW Maximum Carnage special event. Okay, Danny, well, you'll be able to watch WWE. And, oh, hey, Danny, if you haven't, definitely Penta debuted last night on NXT, on Raw. I haven't seen his match, and I can't believe I'm even gonna say this, but I was watching Matt's live stream last night via this account, obviously, this channel, obviously, but I was watching the live stream last night, and I did see obviously Matt's reactions to the match. So apparently it was good. I haven't seen the match myself, so I'm gonna watch it. And hopefully it's as good as what a lot of people have been saying it was. But yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, on WWE's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's the same with me. I'm subscribed to WWE's YouTube channel, so I get but I'm also subscribed to a channel called the WWE Matches that does a lot of that. The guy posts all the full matches and segments involving from that week's Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, so I get to watch. So even if I don't have like USA Network or Netflix, I can see basically everything that happened on Raw or SmackDown. And NXT if I ever missed anything. Yeah, but let's back to the show, the Casino Gauntlet match. This match lasted 15 minutes, as I knew this match was probably going to last a while. And Powerhouse Hobbs ended up being the one victorious. They got guys like Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, Lance Archer, Swerve Strickland, Jay White, Orange Cassidy, a bunch of superstar upper mid-card / main event superstars. Hangman Adam Page was in this match. Obviously, Roderick Strong was in this match. But Powerhouse Hobbs was victorious, so he will challenge Jon Moxley tomorrow for the AEW World Championship at Maximum Carnage. After this, though, we got Jeff Jarrett. He's in the ring. He's sort of contemplating. He, I guess, was hoping to win the gauntlet match. At one point, though, MJF decides to interrupt things. MJF proposes that him and Jeff work together, although Jeff Jarrett's having none of that and is like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, but then MJF does not look happy afterwards. But that's how that ends. Then we get a triple threat match for the women. Willow Nightingale versus Toni Storm versus Kris Statlander. This is to determine who is the number one entrant into a women's Casino Gauntlet match, which I'm pretty sure, from what I heard right from Mariah May later on, this will apparently be the very first women's Casino Gauntlet match. The winner of that match will get a match against Mariah May at Grand Slam Australia, the first Australian AEW pay-per-view / event. So as far as who won this match, I didn't know who was going to win this match. But Kris Statlander won this match, and although Toni Storm won't be the number one entrant in this Casino Gauntlet match, I fully expect her to win, and I fully expect her to get the match at Grand Slam Australia, because it will basically be Toni Storm's home country. I just don't see any way they just don't do that. But After this, we got Adam Copeland, or as he's now being called in AEW, just Cope. Cope. Doesn't that remind you of somebody from WWE who is no longer there anymore, who is being involved currently in a sex trafficking, who was involved in a sex lawsuits followed by Janelle Grant? Yeah, reminds me very much of Vince McMahon and his obsession with shortening names. Cope. He had some words obviously for Jon Moxley and his Death Riders group, but obviously, as is the case, Jon Moxley and his Death Riders group showed up to cause havoc as they normally do. This then led to FTR coming out to save Jon Moxley, to save Adam Copeland, or Cope. I'm just going to say Adam Copeland because I do not want to say the new shortened version. Adam Copeland, at one point, Moxley even has him in a bulldog choke and just chokes him out. Interesting. Now, apparently, this Saturday on Collision, Maximum Carnage Collision, is going to be a 12-man tag team match. The Learning Tree and the Death Riders versus FTR. I think it's FTR. I can't remember who was all in this match. But it's going to probably be a big car wreck of a match. There's already some people that are just not interested in this match because of the horrible Collision match that Chris Jericho apparently had last Saturday against Dax Harwood. I haven't even seen it, yet I've heard people say that it was just terrible and it shouldn't have even been the main event of the show. So I'll have to go and watch that match again just to see how bad it was. But hey, I'm just going to say this right now. Chris Jericho, either don't go up to the top rope ever again, or just scale back the number of times you're actually wrestling, or just retire, period, because I don't think you're getting any better. Yeah, because you know the old saying, sometimes something only gets better with age. Well, apparently Chris Jericho is getting worse with age. And the fact that R-Truth, of all people, is probably about the same age as Chris Jericho, yet he looks at least 10 years younger, maybe even 20 years younger, and is still going at the level that he is, and is still basically going at the level that he is. It's almost a complete 180. But yeah. Then in the main event, we got obviously Kenny Omega. He's back. Officially, he's back. Kenny Omega is back. He had a lot to say. He didn't even call out the Elite for taking him out for months, which I don't know why he didn't. He just seems like he's just back and is now all of a sudden forgotten about everything that the Elite did to him, pile driving him and taking him out of action. But it is what it is. It is what it is. He's back, and he's probably going to challenge Kenny Omega for the Continental Championship. But hey, it is what it is. He got attacked. I can't remember by who, but he got attacked, and obviously Obviously, AEW Dynamite was a better show than I thought it was going to be, but still was like meh in certain places. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Decent show, but nothing more than that. And then SmackDown, the second SmackDown, to go 3 hours. Obviously, the opening basically we had a video package detailing the stuff that happened, reviewing the stuff that happened at the Raw Netflix debut. The opener was Paul Heyman. He called out, he had some things to say involving Roman Reigns, and he also called out Cody Rhodes. He essentially praised Cody Rhodes for the work that he's done as Undisputed Champion since winning the title. But obviously he wasn't there to just solely congratulate Cody Rhodes on his reign as champion. He also said, like, as much as Roman Reigns has respected what you've done since winning the title, he's coming for the title back. He's coming to get the title back, and that starts with him winning the Royal Rumble match. And so as of that moment, we have Roman Reigns and John Cena in the Royal Rumble match. This will be Roman's first official Royal Rumble match in 5 years, not since 2020, the last time Roman Reigns was actually involved in a Royal Rumble match. Not a match at the Royal Rumble, because he's been involved in matches at the Royal Rumble before when it comes to defending his undisputed championship. The last 4 have been in matches for that. But this will be his first Royal Rumble match in a while, and I can honestly see him winning it and then going for a match against Cody Rhodes. But we'll see what happens at the Royal Rumble. That's about 3 weeks away, so we'll see what happens. Then we get, after this, the exchange between Roman and Cody Rhodes, the Bloodline, they come out, the Bloodline 2.0 come out, they attack Cody Rhodes, and also Kevin Owens comes out to attack Cody Rhodes. Then obviously the Bloodline 2.0 comes out to attack Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman, but then I can't remember, someone I think came out, I can't remember who came out, someone came out. Obviously the Bloodline, they then go out, they then go backstage, so obviously they're run out of the building by LA Knight. And then the first match of the night was Chelsea Green versus Michin, rematch from the Saturday night's main event and the women's U.S. title tournament finals. This is for the women's United States title. Went about 8 minutes. Decent match. Chelsea Green won, which I didn't think was which I obviously knew was going to happen regardless. So, is what it is. Good for her. Good match. Maybe this feud has ended. I don't know if they're going to extend this feud. But I don't care. After this, though, we go to commercial break. Before we go to commercial break, we go backstage from Nick Aldis, where he's with 4 tag teams: Los Garza, Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Guns, and A-Town Down Under. He had an announcement that he made 2 tag team matches official for that night's SmackDown. Los Garza versus Pretty Deadly and A-Town Down Under versus Motor City Machine Guns. We go to commercial break, and then we come back, and the first of those 2 matches, Pretty Deadly versus Los Garza. 7 minutes, about 7 minutes. Good tag team match. Although Los Garza do win via heel tactics from Santos Escobar. So, hey, it was good for them. Good for them. Good to see that they're actually being showcased on TV a little bit more now. And I'm actually kind of interested. I'm glad that the tag team division, at least the men's tag team division on SmackDown, is actually getting some momentum. They're actually being shown on TV. I'm guessing now that SmackDown is 3 hours, they're going to get at least a little bit more screen time than they normally would have under just a 2-hour format. But then we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight for the U.S. title, a rematch from Survivor Series. This match went about 15 minutes, a great match. But obviously the ending was in a DQ finish when the Bloodline 2.0 came back to attack LA Knight, obviously for retribution for what occurred earlier when he sort of ran them out of the building. Then after this, we get a Tiffany Stratton video package. This detailed her cash in from the previous week, when she cashed in her women's Money in the Bank contract on Nia, which I which I always knew was going to happen. There was just no way she was going to cash in on the women's world champion. But yeah, she essentially stabbed Naomi in the back, as what some heel commentators will tell you, will let you believe that she stabbed Nia in the back, but she was only looking out, but I'm sure she was only looking out for herself. The entire time, she was apparently fooling everybody. Then we get the second of the 2 tag team matches, and Nick Aldis announced Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. This match lasted just about 11 minutes. This was a great tag team match. And it lasted longer than I thought it was going to, but it was a great match. No, I do not. Oh, God. Anybody who thinks that I eat out of the trash can is instantly stupid in my book. Yeah, this match was actually great. Went about 11 minutes. Motor City Machine Guns win, which I knew was going to happen. After this, we get Nia Jax. She's backstage with Candice LeRae. She wants to come out to the ring to personally give Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, her props. It's for congratulate Tiffany Stratton on winning the women's championship. We go to commercial break and we get the Tiffany Stratton segment. She basically talks about how she fooled Nia and she fooled everybody into thinking that she was actually friends with Nia. She was only just using Nia to eventually cash in on her for the women's title. Then Nia comes out and is like, congratulations, but I want my title back. And you're either going to give it to me or I'm going to take it from you. This then leads to Naomi and Bianca coming out. Well, actually, this first leads to Bayley coming out. Then Naomi and Bianca come out. And then this eventually leads to Nick Aldis making a on-the-fly decision, triple fatal four-way match to determine who the number 1 contender is for the new women's champion. And this match happened right now. So obviously Bianca versus Naomi versus Bayley versus Nia Jax went about 13 minutes. And that was pretty darn good. It was a pretty darn good match. This match lasted about 13 minutes, which was pretty darn good. And Bayley wins, which I wasn't expecting all too much, but then again, they could be playing up the fact that Tiffany Stratton has not been able to beat Naomi in the matches that they've had before, in any of the matches that they had before last year. So maybe, I don't know. But hey, that match is apparently happening this week, so I'm excited to see how that match ends. I'm guessing Tiffany is going to actually beat Bayley this time for the first time. Then we got the main events, Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso versus the team of the Bloodline 2.0, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. I'm guessing Solo Sikoa is still somewhat selling the loss to Roman Reigns on the Raw Netflix debut. This match lasted about 14 minutes. Good match. And obviously the baby faces win, but then Kevin Owens, he comes out, he starts attacking Cody and whatnot. It's obviously Cody they started attacking, and that's basically how the show ends. It was a great show. It was a really good show. A little bit better, maybe not as good as last week's show, but still very good. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was pretty decent. Not as good as last week's, but it was still not. It still wasn't bad. So I'll give them that. But that's it. It feels weird going live on a Tuesday for this, but yeah, I appreciate you guys that stuck around for the entire time. And even those who maybe weren't commenting, but were listening in the whole time as well, like Danny. But hey, thank you guys. And until next time, I will see you guys normal time next Saturday, most likely. And until then, yeah. Oh, please, Nate. Until next time, peace. Bye, guys.